hope you're all still awake. Late Night Mega here. And all we have left are either stages and or Robot Masters that I don't like. So we're going to go to Strike Man. And I'm going to complain about baseball. Because I don't like baseball. I'm not really much of a sports player to begin with, but I can respect most sports. I don't respect these baseball boys. I do not really respect baseball as a sport. Because if you think about it, you're standing around waiting for interactions between three people to actually do something. That's like the hitter, whoever's at bat, and the catcher. So you're just standing around waiting for something to happen. And then when something does happen, you have to hope it happens in your direction, otherwise you're just going to stand around and wait some more. It is like the most boring sport to play and watch, and I don't get it at all. Soccer. I'm not really good at soccer. I do appreciate, like, I really dislike this music and this environment and everything, but I do appreciate how on theme everything in this stage is, so I will respect the stage for that. I just don't like the theme. I guess kind of like how some people don't like the clown theme from Clown Man's stage, and, well, I don't like the sports theme. This is kind of neat how we have these basketball rims that we're standing on and walking across there. And now we have soccer balls with jetpacks in them. That's normally how soccer is played. You have to hit them to activate them, and they become our little platforms for us. The blue baseball boys will throw a ball that will be a curveball. It will stop mid-air and then come to wherever your location is. Now these spikes, they're not instant death, they just deal damage. You can jump between them. You'll need to learn how to jump between them for hard mode. I'm gonna go underneath on this one, because there's our ladder. So yeah, they're not instant death. They're also probably not legal in an actual game of soccer. But soccer is a sport that I'm just absolutely not good at playing whatsoever. I do not have that kind of coordination with my feet. So I greatly respect any soccer players that do, or any other sports, like basketball I'm really bad at. Although, oddly enough, if I'm like in a swimming pool and I don't have my glasses on, and I'm playing like some sort of basketball game in the pool, I end up making like over half my shots. I cannot do that in, you know, real basketball when I have my glasses on and I'm standing on dry land. But, you know, put me in a pool, and suddenly I'm making, like, all these seemingly ridiculous shots, even for myself. It's weird. My favorite sports to play would probably be volleyball and football. I enjoy both those. The football, I actually do pretty well at catching. At least I did last time I played. Last time I played this stuff was, like, high school, college, and I didn't play like any sort of professionally on any sort of organized team or anything. It would just be like what I'd play in gym class or with some friends, or table tennis. I really like table tennis. Table tennis is one where I first started playing it in high school as part of like a gym class, and I became pretty good at it very quickly. I actually attribute a lot of that to my coordination with Mega Man here. So I guess there's that. But yeah, baseball... Oh yeah, and then in baseball, once you hit the ball, there's really no strategy to it. You just run along 4 straight lines to get back to where you started. It's like, what's the strategy? Run fast. Speaking of running fast, we got to get out of the way of Strike Man's Rebound Striker. I do appreciate Strike Man as a Robot Master here. So that Rebound Striker, it's going to home in on you as it comes down. You just have to just slightly sidestep it, is the big key. You don't need to be trying to make huge leaps and bounds over the thing. Ow. Because then it's just going to start making wider bounces, and you're going to go all over the place, and then you're going to run into Strike Man, just like that. Oh, come on, don't let me... Okay, we got him. So yeah, baseball's my most despised sport. In fact, I also remember like reading somewhere that they did some study or whatever, and they found that in an entire game of baseball, like the whole 9 innings or whatever, there's an average of 21 minutes of actual action in the game. And they just, you know, stretch it out for 5 hours or whatever. That's why they came up with things like the 7th inning stretch and other between innings games and stuff, because you had to keep people entertained. Speaking of keeping me entertained, I really dislike those mouse pointer enemies. I do really like this music, though. Although, I do have some issues with the stage. I love these blocks that disappear. It's a cool concept. Aesthetically, this is an interesting stage, too. But this is also one of my least favorite stages to go to. And that's true of like half of the Mega Man 10 stages, so we're not really saying much here. But the weapon you get here is really not that great. So there's really no reason to come here early. There's a slight reason you might want to come here early in hard mode, though. Because the Thunder World does have... Wool. Did I say whirl? It's a whirl of thunder. That could be an interesting weapon. Anyways, the Thunder Wool does have some interesting applications in Pumpman stage in hard mode. There's a couple spots where, depending on the path you take, you remember that split path we went to last time? There's a path where you're like directly above some Sniper Joes, and you could actually drop a Thunder Wool on them. This mini-boss I really dislike. As you can tell, I still haven't found a great way of dodging it, because these platforms, you can't just run along these platforms. If you start running on these platforms, you run in place. Always. No exceptions. So that inhibits our movement. You have those 2 little light bulb guys, and then you have his electric shock. You have to charge him up, and he only stays charged up for so long. That's where I like the Screw Crusher, because we can just crush the giant light bulb like he should be. Rebound Striker, supposedly it does extra damage if you get a bounce off before it comes in contact with something. Though I'm testing that out here and it doesn't seem to be the case. It's also Sheepman's weakness, but we're using just the Mega Buster for the first time. Let's freeze you, because I haven't done that enough yet in this stage. We'll take out this guy first, and then go ahead and charge up the platform here. So yeah, the big issue I have with this stage is that it's just so dang long. Like, we finished Strike Man stage at, what, the 4 or 5 minute mark? And this video goes to the 12-minute mark. So this stage is like almost double the length of Strike Man stage. And this is also without dying. Wait, I don't die, do I? I hope not. I have to go and repeat a bunch of stuff. Actually, and we have some Yoku blocks here. This is our Yoku block stage. We have like 5 different gimmicks in this stage. This is an interesting Yoku block section. You gotta wait for it to appear and then land on it. I screwed this up. You're not supposed to get the blue ones if you want that W tank. It's okay, it's just a W tank. Yo, I'm gonna have some problems. So yeah, I like the sheet block mechanic. I don't really like the conveyor charge-up mechanic. It's just slow, it's annoying. I cringe every time I see those. I really dislike the mini-boss. Is this my most hated mini-boss of the game? Or was it the one in Strike Man stage? I was having difficulty with both of them, but I despise the one here more. I'm gonna go with that. This is Sheep Man. He has a neat little attack pattern there. The last Thunder Cloud there will always send out the little shockwave. On hard mode, not only do these Thunder Clouds act faster and fire off faster, but the second one and the fourth one will both send out shockwaves along the ground. I don't know why I'm talking about so much hard mode when I said I'm going to do a hard mode playthrough at some point. And then he does that. So, Sheep Man, kind of like Galaxy Man from Mega Man 9, spends a lot of time in the air where you can't really hit him. And that makes this battle take a bit longer, too. I don't mind it at first, but once you know how to beat Sheep Man, it's kind of just like a long, boring game. Long, boring waiting game. But that is what it is. I do appreciate his attack pattern and his attacks himself, so... Yeah, we almost got him here. You can also attack him while he's in the cloud, if you hit the correct cloud with him in it. And if you do that with the Rebound Striker, you can cause all sorts of damage to him in one shot. It's quite nice. We'll demonstrate that when we use the weapons on the rematches. But for now, we have defeated Mareep, and we get Thunder Wool, which is a pretty dang bad weapon. Because if that little thundercloud hits any enemy on the way up, it's slow to get the attack off. It's a fragile little wool cloud. Yeah, it's not good. So with that, I'll see you next time for the final two stages here.